Right now, as you're watching this, I want you to notice something. Where is your head? Is it directly over your shoulders? Or is it jutting forward toward the screen? If it's forward, you're not alone. Over 70% of adults over 50 have what researchers call forward head posture, also known as tech neck. And it's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Studies show this misalignment compresses the cervical spine, restricts blood flow to the brain, reduces lung capacity by up to 30%, and accelerates cognitive decline. But there's a simple solution hiding in plain sight. In traditional Japanese culture, people sit on the floor in a specific posture that's been used in Zen monasteries for over 1,000 years. This position naturally lengthens the spine, pulls the head back into alignment, and activates stabilizing muscles most people haven't used in decades. You don't need a chiropractor, a massage therapist, or expensive equipment. You just need 5 minutes and a cushion. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change how your body feels every single day. Before we dive in, drop your name and where you're watching from below. This video is about one movement, one position. It's called seiza, and it's the traditional Japanese way of sitting on the floor. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this posture decompresses your spine, how it reverses forward head posture, and how you can start using it today, even if your knees or ankles are stiff. This is about reclaiming alignment, reducing pain, and standing taller in every sense of the word. Before we begin, a quick reminder: if you have knee injuries, recent ankle surgery, severe arthritis, or balance concerns, please consult your doctor or physical therapist before trying this posture. And remember, discomfort is okay. Sharp pain is not. Listen to your body. Modify when needed. Your safety always comes first. And if you're finding value in this content, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly keeps us going and helps us create more videos like this one for you. Your support makes all the difference. Now let's talk about why so many people over 50 walk around with their head forward, shoulders rounded, and upper back hunched. It's not weakness. It's not laziness. It's the chair. For most of human history, people sat on the ground. They squatted, knelt, or sat cross-legged. The chair is a relatively modern invention, and while it's convenient, it's also quietly destroying your posture. When you sit in a chair, your hip flexors shorten, your glutes shut off, your core disengages, and your head drifts forward. Do this for hours every day, at a desk, in a car, on a couch, and your body starts to lock into that position. Over time, this creates neck pain, headaches, shoulder tension, reduced lung capacity, and even cognitive decline from restricted blood flow. Now contrast that with Japanese culture. In Japan, people still sit on the floor regularly during meals, tea ceremonies, meditation, and daily life. And because they do, they maintain hip mobility, spinal length, and postural strength well into old age. The posture they use most often is called seiza. It looks simple, almost too simple. But what it does for your spine and nervous system is profound. Your spine isn't designed to be compressed all day. Between each vertebra is a small disc, a cushion filled with fluid that absorbs shock and allows movement. But when you sit in a chair with poor posture, gravity pushes these discs together. Over time, they flatten, lose fluid, and cause pain. Chiropractors offer spinal decompression therapy to address this. Physical therapists use traction devices, but seiza does the same thing naturally and for free. When you kneel and sit back onto your heels with a cushion under your hips, your pelvis tilts slightly forward. This subtle tilt lengthens your lower back and creates space between the vertebrae. Gravity, instead of compressing your spine, helps elongate it. Your head stacks directly over your shoulders over your hips. The entire spinal column aligns vertically, reducing pressure and allowing those discs to rehydrate. This brings us to one of the most critical measurements in posture science. For every inch your head moves forward from its neutral position, it adds 10 pounds of pressure on your cervical spine. If your posture has shifted just 2 inches, common for anyone who uses a phone, drives, or works at a computer, your neck is carrying an extra 20 pounds every single day. That's like walking around with a bowling ball strapped to your forehead. No wonder your neck hurts. But here's the problem. Most people try to fix this with stretching or strengthening exercises. They pull their chin back, stretch their chest, or do neck rolls. And while those can help temporarily, they don't address the root cause. The root cause is that your entire body has adapted to a forward posture. Your hip flexors are tight, pulling your pelvis forward. Your core is weak, allowing your rib cage to collapse. Your upper back rounds, and your head follows. Seiza reverses this chain reaction from the ground up. When you sit in seiza with proper alignment, your pelvis tilts into a neutral position. This allows your ribcage to lift naturally. Your shoulders relax back, and most importantly, your head moves backward until it stacks directly over your spine. Suddenly, your neck isn't carrying 20 extra pounds. It's carrying the natural weight of your skull, evenly distributed, the way it was designed. This realignment happens passively. You're not forcing anything. You're simply allowing your body to return to its natural structure. What makes this even more powerful is what happens beneath the surface. Posture isn't held by the muscles you can see. Posture is held by deep stabilizers, small muscles close to the spine that fire constantly to keep you upright. The problem is, these muscles shut off when you sit in a chair. They don't need to work because the chair is holding you up. But when you sit on the floor in seiza, everything changes. Your body has to stabilize itself. There's no backrest, no armrests, nothing to lean on. This activates your erector spinae, the muscles that run along your spine. It activates your multifidus, deep stabilizers that protect your vertebrae. And it activates your transverse abdominis, your deep core, which wraps around your midsection like a natural weight belt. These muscles learn to hold you upright with minimal effort, which is exactly what you need for daily life. There's another hidden benefit that most people never connect to posture. Your hip flexors are muscles at the front of your hips that lift your knee toward your chest. They're essential for walking, climbing stairs, and getting out of a chair. But they're also the first muscles to tighten when you sit too much. When your hip flexors shorten, they pull your pelvis forward. This tilts your lower back, compresses the lumbar spine, and causes pain. It also pulls your ribcage down, which collapses your chest and pushes your head forward. Seiza stretches your hip flexors passively while you sit. The kneeling position places your hips in extension, the opposite of flexion. Over time, this gentle stretch helps restore length to these muscles, allowing your pelvis to return to a neutral position. When your head is forward and your chest collapses, your lungs can't fully expand. Studies show that forward head posture can reduce lung capacity by up to 30%. That means you're getting less oxygen with every breath, which affects your energy, your brain function, and even your mood. But when you sit in seiza with proper alignment, your ribcage lifts. Your diaphragm has room to move. Your chest opens. Suddenly, you can take a full, deep breath, the kind that reaches all the way down to your belly. This increased oxygen intake improves circulation, boosts mental clarity, and calms the nervous system. There's a reason seiza has been used in Zen meditation for over 1,000 years. This posture doesn't just align the body, it calms the mind. When you sit still in proper alignment, your nervous system receives a signal that you are safe, you are grounded. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain responsible for rest, digestion, and healing. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, cortisol levels drop. Many people who practice seiza before bed report falling asleep faster and sleeping more deeply. Here's something nobody talks about. Posture affects how you feel about yourself and how others perceive you. When you walk into a room with your head forward and shoulders rounded, you send a signal that you're tired or unsure of yourself. But when you stand tall, with your head over your shoulders and your chest open, you project confidence, strength, and presence. Studies show that upright posture improves mood, increases testosterone, reduces cortisol, and even boosts self-esteem. Seiza trains your body to hold that upright posture effortlessly. It becomes your new default. And as your posture improves, so does your sense of self. Now let's walk through how to practice seiza safely and effectively. First, find a soft surface, a yoga mat, carpet, or folded blanket. Kneel on the floor with your knees together or slightly apart, whatever feels comfortable. Fold your feet underneath you so the tops of your feet rest flat on the floor. Now, here's the key. Place a firm cushion, yoga block, or folded towel between your heels and your hips. This elevation is critical. It reduces pressure on your knees and ankles while allowing your pelvis to tilt into a neutral position. Slowly sit back onto the cushion. Your weight should rest on the cushion, not fully on your heels. Now, check your alignment. Your spine should feel tall, not stiff. Your chest should be open, your shoulders relaxed. Your head stacked directly over your spine. Place your hands gently on your thighs or in your lap. Breathe slowly through your nose, down into your belly. Exhale fully through your mouth. Start with just 2 to 3 minutes. Over time, work up to 5, then 10 minutes. If your knees or ankles feel uncomfortable, add more cushions. If you feel sharp pain, stop and try a different modification. You should avoid seiza if you have recent knee surgery, severe arthritis in the knees or ankles, acute knee pain, or balance issues that make getting on and off the floor unsafe. If you have mild knee discomfort, try elevating your hips higher with a thicker cushion or stack of folded towels. Another option is to practice seated spinal alignment in a chair. Sit at the edge of your seat, feet flat on the floor, hands on your thighs, spine tall, head back. This won't open the hip flexors the same way, but it will still activate your postural muscles. You don't need to carve out a special time to benefit from SESA. Just find moments in your day where you can sit on the floor instead of a chair. 5 minutes in the morning while you plan your day. 5 minutes after dinner while you watch TV. 5 minutes before bed while you breathe and decompress. The key is consistency, not intensity. 2 minutes every day is far more powerful than 20 minutes once a week. You've just learned that one ancient sitting posture can undo years of postural damage, reduce pain, improve breathing, and restore confidence. This isn't about flexibility or strength. This is about alignment. And alignment changes everything. You don't need to move to Japan. You don't need to meditate for hours. You just need to sit on the floor with intention, support your body properly, and give yourself permission to realign. Small, consistent actions change lives. SESA is one of them. So here's my challenge to you. Try it today, right now. Find a cushion, kneel down, and sit for just 2 minutes. Feel what happens. Notice how your spine lengthens. Notice how your breath deepens. And if it helps, if you feel even a small shift, come back here and leave a comment with spine restored. Let's build a community of people who refuse to accept decline as inevitable, who choose to age with strength, dignity, and presence. Stay steady. Stay tall. You're not losing posture. You're learning how to reclaim it.